I'm 73 years old now. And it took me 52 years to understand what my mother was really trying to tell me that winter afternoon in 1973. I was 21 then. Fresh out of college. Full of opinions about how the world should work. Full of certainty about what mattered and what didn't. My mother, Helen, was 52. The same age I was when I finally understood. That December, I came home for Christmas break. I had a new girlfriend, Linda, and big plans to drive out west after the holidays. I was going to find myself, I said. Figure out what I really wanted to do with my life. My mother was knitting in her chair by the window when I told her. The afternoon light was soft and gray. Snow was starting to fall outside. That sounds wonderful, sweetheart, she said. Her needles kept moving. Click, click, click. I knew you'd understand, I said. I was relieved. I'd expected questions. Concerns about money or safety or my future. She smiled at me. Then she held up what she'd been working on. A sweater. Deep blue, like the Michigan sky in summer. I'm making this for your father, she said. His old one finally wore through at the elbows. I nodded, barely paying attention. Would you like me to make you one too? She asked. For your trip. Mom, I'm fine, I said. A little impatiently, if I'm honest. I don't need a sweater. All right, she said quietly. And she went back to her knitting. I left 3 weeks later. Linda and I made it as far as Colorado before we broke up. I bounced around for a few years after that. Different cities, different jobs, different girlfriends. My mother sent me letters. Cards on my birthday. She never asked when I was coming home. Never guilt-tripped me. Just told me she loved me and that she was proud of me. When I finally did come back, 7 years later, she was waiting at the door. Her hair was grayer. Her hands looked older. But her smile was exactly the same. Welcome home, sweetheart, she said. That night at dinner, my father wore the blue sweater. It looked perfect. Well loved but not worn out. Your mother takes good care of me, he said, winking at her. I stayed for a month that time. Then 6 months. Then I just stayed. Found a job nearby. Met Margaret, who would become my wife. Started building a life in the place I'd been so eager to leave. My mother never said I told you so. Never pointed out that everything I'd been searching for was right there all along. She just welcomed Margaret into the family. Taught her how to make our family's potato salad. Held our babies when they were born. Knitted them blankets and booties and tiny sweaters. The years went by. My parents got older. My kids grew up. Life happened the way it does. My mother died when she was 81. Peaceful. At home. Surrounded by family. At the funeral, my daughter Emily, who was 21 then, leaned against me. Grandma was the kindest person I ever knew, she whispered. And something clicked in my mind. Like a door opening. Kindness. Not weakness. Not passivity. Not just being nice. But a choice. A deliberate choice my mother made every single day. To let people find their own way. To love without controlling. To give without demanding recognition. To be there without making it about her. That afternoon when I was 21 and so sure of myself. When I told her I was leaving. When I barely glanced at the sweater she was making. She could have said so many things. She could have cried or argued or made me feel guilty. Instead, she offered to make me a sweater too. Knowing I would refuse. Knowing I needed to go. Knowing it would hurt. And then she loved me anyway. That was her gift. Her real gift. Not the things she knitted, though those were beautiful. But the space. She gave me to be young and foolish and wrong. The patience she showed while I figured things out. The welcome that was always waiting when I finally came home. I'm 73 now, the age she was when she died. And I'm trying, every day, to practice what she taught me. With my own kids. With my grandchildren. With Margaret. With everyone I meet. Kindness isn't always easy. Sometimes it means biting your tongue. Sometimes it means letting people make mistakes. Sometimes it means knitting sweaters for people who might never appreciate them. But it's the only thing that really matters. The only thing that lasts. That's what took me 52 years to learn. And I'm grateful I finally did.